Hello everyone, in this video I am going to discuss the law of total probability and Bayes theorem and how they are interconnected. So before starting this, I just want to go back to conditional probability. In conditional probability, what was probability of A given B? So probability of A given B was probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B, right? So what I can write for probability of B given A? So that will be probability of B intersection A, which is equals to probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. So now from this above these two, if I will take this thing, so can I write that probability of A intersection B is equals to P A given B into PB, and that is also equals to P B given A into PA, right? We can write this. We read this concept while we'll proceed for this law of total probability. Now what is there in law of total probability? Suppose we have couple of events E1, E2, E3 which are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, and they are part of one sample space S. They are part of one sample space S, and A is any event associated with this S, and they are connected to this. How they are connected? So to just tell you how this S is connected to all of this. So this is my S. So now if I will draw first, this is my E1, suppose this is my E2, this is my E3, this is my E4, suppose this is my E5. Now if I will draw my S, further I am not proceeding, suppose this is my S. So I am just omitting E5 case, so that will create confusion between the common part. So this will be my A event now. Now just check, A event is part of E1, A event is part of E2, part of E3, part of E4. They are all, some part of A is there in E1, E2, E3 like this. So now what is A? This A event, if I will take that A event as A intersection S, how this we can take it? Because for this A event we are finding the common part of this A event and this total set, that will be A intersection S. Now S event, we can further write that S event as E1 union E2 union E3 union E4, and further we can proceed for all the events. So that will be A intersection E1 union A intersection E2 union A intersection E3. So the thing is, in one line, that A event is the mixture of combination from E1, from E2, from E3, from E4, from E5, from E6, from E7, from E8, furthermore. So this is the part where A is common with E1. This is the part where A is common with E2, A is common with E3. Further, if I proceed, this is the part where A is common with others. So if I will take union of all this, then only I will get my whole A event. Again I am discussing this A event. Some part of A event is there in E1, some part of the A event is there in E2. So if I will just take A intersection E1 and A intersection E2, so I will get till this part. Further, if I will add A intersection E3, I will get this part. A intersection E4, I will get this part. A intersection E5, suppose E5 is there, I will get this part. So if I will take the union of all these sets, then I will get the A event. So now A event can be write as now A intersection E1. From there, A intersection E1, can I write it as probability of E1 into probability of A given in 1? So probability of E1 means what is the probability that E1, this probability of this set will happen, and probability of A is given that E1 plus or union. So probability of E2 into probability of A given E2 plus probability of E3 into probability of A given A3. Further we can proceed. So this A event, this total of A, this will be probability of A actually. So probability of this A will be equals to probability of E1 into probability of A given E1. So it seems like, I will give you one example. But now, what will be Venn diagram? Sorry, not Venn diagram. What is Bayes theorem now after this? Bayes theorem, if I have to discuss the Bayes theorem property, so from there I wrote this, there lies the theory part of Bayes theorem. Okay, so from there, if I just take it, can we write probability of B given A? If I just take probability of B given A this side, that will be equals to probability of A given B into probability of B divided by probability of A. Now, in this probability of A, think about this probability. Now, out of all these cases, if we need to find out probability of E1 given A, E1 given A. So, probability of E1 given A into probability of A, that will be equals to probability of E1 into probability of A given E1. Already I have discussed, because both of these result will be equals to probability of A given E1, right? So now in this case, what is this probability of A? This is my probability of A, the total probability of A. So probability of E1 given A, that will be equals to probability of E1 into probability of A given E1 divide by probability of A. In this probability of A, I am going to use this. Okay. So one simple example I am giving you. In the next video, I am going to give you some more example on Bayes theorem. What I am going to do, I am going to do all the sums on Bayes theorem only, so that you can just do the law of total probability. Suppose in a manufacturing company, there is the most important example. Suppose a manufacturing company has two plants X and Y, simple one. 70% curves of X is defective, where Y manufactures 30% defective. So manufacturing of curve which comes from X 70%. Suppose X you are taking as 70%, where probability of Y you are taking it as 30%. So this is, I am taking the manufacturing only, not defective. This is, I am taking only the manufacturing. Now 80% curve coming from this X, 80% curve, so that means this 80% curve is dependent on this X. So probability of defective from this X is 80 divided by 100, right? And probability of defective coming from this Y is equals to 90. So again, first X, this company produces 70% curd, Y company produces 30% curd. The curd produces by X, from that curd 80% is defective, and curd produces by Y, from that curd 90% is defective. So this defective, this D is defective set. This means probability of defective curd coming from Y, that is 90%, right? So now first if I will find out what is the probability of defective curd, that will be probability of X into probability of this plus probability of Y into probability of this, right? That is the probability of defective curd. So it will be 70 into 80 divided by this plus 30 into 90 divided by this. If I will just simplify 1000, one more 0 will come here. So this 0 will be cancelled out. So it will be 56 plus 27, that is 83 divided by 100. Now if I will ask what is the probability that the defective curve, what is the probability the defective curve will come from X? So probability that the car is defective and it's coming from X. Probability that the car is coming from X and it's defective. Probability that the car is coming from X and it's defective. It will be this one. So if you put the value, it will be 56 divided by 100 divided by 83 divided by 100. So answer is 56 divided by 100, 83. Thank you all of you.